when we don't have such a vast chasm between the haves and the have-nots. We need that middle ground that we call the middle class, the people who buy everything.
Welcome back to AfrigaZone, AfrigaZone for Africa to win. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Raphael. I am a US Ghanaian of the diaspora. Here on AfrigaZone, we talk about the diaspora, the latest. We also talk about the transition. We talk about post-transition. After you have made the transition, after you have returned back home, how do you sustain yourself with incomes? We also talk about investment. What are the sectors of investment if you are planning to leave? Soon, I'm going to be doing a consultation, be able to help those who are going to be part of the transition, knowing things that are on the ground. I go 2 to 3 times in a year back and forth, doing my preparation for a complete return. I am on course. Again, in this content for today, why there's too much struggle in the United States of America, and one of the reasons why African American of the diaspora are leaving the US. You'll be shocked, both shocked and amazed at the same time. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.
The whole thing, especially the president and Democrats now are talking about income inequality, and that's basically what, when you talk about the richest 85 people on the planet, right?
Yeah.
It's income inequality. Do you think that's, looking at, what's happening in the news now, is that a good idea?
It's a great idea. It is the greatest idea. We have a much more vibrant society when we don't have such a vast chasm between the haves and the have-nots. We need that middle ground that we call the middle class, the people who buy everything, people who use the products that the rich are creating, if they're creating anything other than wealth, right?
Right.
So it's what's happening with the Chinese economy right now. They're changing their whole outlook because they need consumers.
Yeah.
And without a middle class, you're not going to have consumers. You're not going to have it at the level that we normally would have it.
Thank you for staying tuned, AfrigaZone for Africa to win. I hope you have gotten so much information from this little clip. This little clip of video. The man, Samuel Jackson, is clear. His statement. The last recession that we had, it was during the Obama administration from 2007 to 2010. And I share here on this channel how through that economic recession, my wife and I, my family, we suffered loss. In 2006, we bought a house, we invested in a house here in Chicago. And 2011, throughout the recession, I lost my job, and my income has dropped. I got a predatory loan prior to that because there was no real enforcement in terms of financing the mortgages, and countrywide was affected, and our loan was from countrywide, so we were also affected. So, and within 15 years, when we came out of that recession, the middle class of the United States of America has been building up again to a certain point that the economy has became a little bit strong between 2014 all the way down to 2018 and 19. And then COVID hit again. So in the space of 15 years, whenever the middle class is rising, whenever the middle class is building himself, you gotta understand how it works. The economic 101 in America, in the system of capitalism, it is the rich and the poor. The gap is so big, it's so huge. So the reason why America has been going through this turmoil over and over again is that there's no middle class. The middle class has been so squeezed. The middle class has been broken down. The economy is between the rich and the lower class, the upper class and the lower class. When there is no middle, the transaction, the financial transaction is sucked out of the lower class and go directly to the upper class. There's not enough income for the lower class. It is minimum wages. So there's struggle in the economy. The middle class, they are the one that bridge the gap. They are the nurses. They are those who have a vocational employment, small businesses, So they provide, their role is very important to the economy. But the system of capitalism always have challenges with that. Because when you leave the middle class, the next place to go, the next level to go is to go to the upper class. Most of the middle class, they are built by, it's composed by a racial group. The Black African-American, the Hispanic, and the immigrants. Immigrants all over the places. Majority of immigrants are from India. Majority also come from Africa through economic immigration. And the plan is to crash them back, is to crash them down. So this is what happens. So there's no middle class. There's no middle class. That's where the struggle still exists among the racial groups. So this information is valuable. Sometimes people are just thinking that, oh, maybe it's just because of opportunity. Yes, it's not just because of opportunity. Living in the United States and going back to Africa, there's a reason. But back there in Africa, there's opportunity also. So people are seeing, through the cramping down of the middle class over here, people are saying that, okay, if I can save this amount of money, I can go and invest over that and live the way I wanted to live. I think that this information is so valuable today. Thank you again for watching this video. This week, I'm going to be coming much often. We see Vice President Kamala Harris, landing in Ghana just yesterday, Sunday, March 26th. And it's going to spend 3 days over there. It's going to stay until tomorrow, Tuesday, 28th. And there are some latest information I'm going to bring in on the next videos. So keep on watching, stay tuned, stay with me. Subscribe if you are not yet also subscribed. Like this video. It's very important to me and also to you. This is how I bring my video to you on a daily basis, so that this video can be recommended to others to watch it also, having this valuable information for themselves to make up their mind and to make a decision if they want to be part of Back to Africa. Back to Africa is still on. Back to Africa is here. AfrigaZone for Africa to win. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao. Wonderful people of the diaspora, here is my first store. AfrigaZone is now going productive, and our motto is for Africa to win. And our revenue, let you know that our revenue, the 50% of our revenue goes to helping people in Africa, the less privileged than us, in supplying their school materials and assets. So do not hesitate to visit the store through this link, afrigazone.merchpass.com, and you'll see my product, and all over the world it can be ordered and it'll be delivered to your door effectively. And I'm announcing this to our community to support me and to support AfrigaZone in the journey of moving back to Africa, and also participating in the development, participating in the emancipation of our continent. Thank you very much.